Ever wondered what makes TV so powerful in Jamaica? Time to find out. Welcome to Global TV Group 358, where television meets innovation. We're not just about shows, we're about shaping society. In Jamaica, TV keeps you informed, connects diverse voices, and supports democracy. Imagine a Jamaica where broadcasters unite, sharing data and collaborating globally. That's us, a unified voice in the TV industry. Did you know TV advertising is still king? It drives website traffic, boosts brand equity, and powers integrated campaigns. Even in an age of digital, TV stands strong, resilient in tough times. Our global TV deck is your treasure trove of insights and data. With charts, graphs, and success stories, it's your guide to impactful TV advertising. Curious to learn more? Visit our website and see how Global TV Group 358 keeps television at the heart of entertainment in Jamaica. Get ready to binge watch the future.
Corruption is a vile disease that sucks and drains. Corruption is a vile disease that sucks and drains the health out of something good. Corruption in society is an evil moral infection that keeps community in the state of perpetual sickness. Corruption is a moral virus. It's so potent, it leaves its host sick, lethargic, and unable to realize and accomplish all that a well person can. Where corruption thrives, poverty and not prosperity thrives. Wealth is grabbed into the greedy, grubby hands of those who get fat on the toil and labor of good people. Corruption benefits, only temporarily, those who participate in it. Everyone else is a victim of the theft, the deceit, the dishonesty, and the lies that corruption feeds on. You need to know that a corrupt person is stealing from you. Corruption is filthy work and despicable acts of treachery done under the table and behind closed doors. Corruption is a disgusting shame. Corruption keeps a nation back from true development and from progress. Wise investors steer clear of a corrupt environment. They would rather put their resources into a place where the playing field of opportunity is equal for all and not bent towards feeding the financial lust of corrupt, lying, cheating, thieving politicians and government officials. How many wonderful development projects have been lost because the investors didn't want to do business in a swamp of evil? When those great projects go to another nation or to some other place, we all lose. Believe me when I tell you that corruption steals from you, it steals from all of us. Corruption plunders the nation's wealth. Corrupt people compromise on truth, equity, and fairness, choosing instead to feed off the short-term benefits of crookedness, exploitation, and financial perversion. Corruption is not just a personal matter, it's a culture. It's a way of life, not just for individual people, but for companies, communities, governments, and nations. Corrupt nations, hiding behind large companies, will seek to invest in other weak nations in order to take over the assets of the nation that they've invested into. They will provide financial loans to a nation for the much-needed infrastructure, and they will do it with assets that they provide. They will sign contracts by lining the pockets of rotten government officials who participate in this kind of corruption and are then held hostage by their own deceit and greed. Corruption is nothing less than a form of theft and national robbery. A corrupt person steals from everyone in society.
Together, run, keep going on, let's process. For children of Israel do really love rights. So just as I and I as a watchman around Babylonian walls. Oh, children of Israel, I should never hold thy peace while wrong is going on. Hey, oh, we gotta bust down Babylon walls, preparing the way, preparing the way for your people. Let's go! Fight down war and crime, fight down, me say Rastafari. war and crime, and do the righteousness. And we love Jah, and we love Jah, and we love Jah, Rastafari, save all people. And we love Jah, we love Jah, Rastafari, we love Jah, Rastafari, save all people. Put time away again. Listen, yeah. Just as I and I as a watchman, I run Babylonian walls. Oh, children of Israel, I and I should never hold thy peace, but we penalize. Hey, oh, night. We gonna pass down Babylon gates. Prepare the way, prepare the way for Jah Rastafari. Fight down war and crime, fight down war and crime, Rastafari, war and crime, and build up righteousness. And we love Jah, and we love Jah, and we love Jah, Rastafari, preserve all, and we love Jah, me love Jah, me love Jah, Rastafari, preserve all, me love Jah, Rastafari. Yeah, the next song is going to be the last song for tonight, and then DJ Twink.
Cuba will be next, said the pedo president. We have advice for Cuba this morning, and we are going to call the world's attention this morning to America's dying lion, who decide not to go out cold, but to go out in glory. So, no. I think yesterday we was saying Cuba should prepare themselves. Or the day before, Donald Trump said yesterday, Cuba will be next. So I told you, I think yesterday as well, that your zone of peace will not escape this World War III tirade that America is on. So we have a lot to talk about this morning. We're going to talk about in the Jamaica Parliament and whatever. I don't know if you're fed up of it. I am. But we're going to talk about it. Also, I want to ask those of you who are watching this morning. I know some of you watch on your tablets, on your TV, on your computer, or on your mobile phone. Now, for those of you on the mobile phone, your settings was changed to a different settings. Can you help me to tell me if, for those of you on your mobile phone, if you're back to the old settings that you are used to? Can you let me know, please, if it is coming through to you this morning in the old format that you used to how the YouTube did set, as opposed to how the new format did make things look when you're watching on your mobile phone? So help to tell me if the settings on your mobile phone is changed. Yes, McKnight said it is changed. Thank you. Morning, everybody. To my community of party and all my family members, platform moderators, membership holders, viewers, subscribers, commenters, and trolls, good morning and welcome to a confused world, a world at war that will bring this world down, in my view, or at least change the global order as we currently understand it. So we will be bitten and biting all over the place this morning. So steady on, because we're going to talk to you about, and we have quite a few clips to bring you as well. We're going to also try to explain to you our understanding of what this is also doing to what we know as the petrodollar, the power of America, the United States currency, which held the world to trade ransom. Oh, no, do everybody like and share the live for us, please. YouTube, I shadow ban me, so you have to help me fight the war against YouTube, because there's certain words that I would use that YouTube don't really like to be used. But let us fight the battle with them, because given that this war has also started, the information war by the pigs really is really heightened, because they don't want us to discuss this war unless we are on their side, you see. Oh no, sorry about last night. My head was had enough of reading, watching, and everything to do with the entire global destruction unfolding and to come. Because we have a clip from Trump when he was threatening Cuba last night, when he was talking to the footballers, and his gloating and lying and alternative truth and parallel universe where Trump living at. We're probably there for all morning this morning, because we're gonna rub the PNP them this morning again, you know. And a labor mind problem anymore, you know. And the PNP them we feel for do what they for do to remove Juliet. The PNP them no robust and the Juliet issue enough. And Juliet I get worsera and worsera. We can't go through an entire parliament and can't get to discuss the nation business properly in our parliament, and that we have it for. And the PNP them now help with. We see Andrew use that same tactics workable already. Why the dirty slumber slow to PNP them I refuse to use it. Wait till me get to know this morning. You other set of junk crews. Wait till me get to know this morning. We can't watch Parliament and Juliet behavior, because Juliet behavior just make me want to cuss bad word and carry on like a virago. Juliet honest behavior make me want to carry on bad. So sometimes we can't even bother to watch a fuck row going in a Jamaica Parliament anymore. We might as well. But the man with the throw fireball round there. You don't know that man? Cliff Hughes. You can't go back go light Parliament of fire again, Cliff. Oh, you turn bad, son. David Stevie, good morning. Lynette Jenkins, good morning and welcome. Morning. Who else there? Laverne, good morning. Gloria Taylor, good morning. Wayne Evans, Violet Watson, Colleen, Ladybug, Althea Wilson, good morning. Good morning. Pamela Akola, Leonie Denton, good morning. Opal Watson, good morning. Suzette Williams, Sophia Hall, who else there? Denise Hilton, good morning. McKnight, Honeygun, good morning. Honeygun, I think I pronounced it half right. Good morning. Barbara Simpson, Wayne Evans. Yes, I think I said it already. Good morning. Marcia Gale, Bros. Morning. Evan Miller. Morning, everybody. We're going to start with Cuba first, because the snake last night, because this World War III tirade, I don't think this thing I got done. So America is on his way out. And if you watch the law of the jungle, the law,
and we got a lot of them here today, too many to introduce.
The pride No matter how old, lame, or feeble that lion is, it never go down without a great old fight. Hmm? And what is being played in our world at the moment, the law of the jungle precedes what we were used to of the global order. Hmm? So what we are seeing now, it's America dismantling its own global order that it sets. The three branches of government in America, two of the three branches of government in America, really means nothing anymore. Congress means nothing. We know where the executive is going under the mad pedophile. No, say America, the system of America is broke down. We that is not debatable. We see how the Jewish lobby control Congress, controls also Donald Trump and every other president before him. So all that is half-baitedly left of America right now, it's the Supreme Court where Donald Trump is also trying to break that as well. So I hope you understand the system of America as we used to it, that is over. Hmm? The political system, the constitutional system, the institutional system of America, I hope you understand that that is broken. Now, when you come to the international rule-based order, America enforced all of this rule base upon the world. Now we see America is the one who is shredding them in public. We're going to listen. We're going to listen to Donald Trump. I'm going to tap him and correct him in as we go along. But we must listen. I know it's irritating to listen to Andrew Holness and Donald Trump, but we must listen because them attack the F for them and them a plan. Yes, Debbie, if the mobile that was, there's still another link out there. That link was the original link before me change it, but when you that original link when it's set out there, it was two link, but now it come down to one. So you will still find a link out there. The tablet, our link was removed. Everything come now into the old format. So one of the two link that was out there would look like what you send me, but there is still a live link as well. Make we listen to Donald Trump. Me go tap and correct him. And what you must do is to look at Donald Trump demeanor. Listen to him carefully and tell me if this is the robust cockfighter for Donald Trump. Given that he is gloating with the numbers, but is it true? And why are you so somber with it? You're not meant to be like that.
And we got a lot of them here today, too many to introduce. A lot of them are political champions, and we don't care about them today, right? Right, Duffy? But we have most importantly wonderful people that love our country. And before we begin, I think I will say a few words about what's going on with respect to our operation in the country of Iran. The United States military, together with the wonderful Israeli partners continues to totally demolish the enemy far ahead of schedule and at levels that people have never seen before, actually. We're destroying more of Iran's missiles and drone capability every single hour, knocking them out like nobody thought was possible. As soon as they set off a missile, within 4 minutes, the launcher gets hit. They don't know what's happening. But we have the greatest military anywhere in the world. Their Navy is gone. 24 ships in 3 days. That's a lot of ships. Their anti-aircraft weapons are gone. So they have no air force. They have no air defense. All of their airplanes are gone. Their communications are gone. Missiles are gone. Launches are gone. About 60% and 64%.
You know that these are lies, don't you? You know that these are lies. What Donald Trump have not spoken about in this gloating, what is happening to Westerners who are stuck abroad in their wars, what happened to the people who are being killed on both sides, what is happening to the US military bases in the region, what is happening to the US embassies in the region. Not a word. Hold on the Pamela, I think I'm going to listen to that pedophilia because I can't translate bullshit.
Percent respectively. Other than that, they're doing quite well. I said, what's left? But they're tough and they want to fight. And they're calling, they're saying, how do we make a deal? I said, you're being a little bit late. And we want to fight now more than they do.
That's a lie. That is a lie, Donald Trump. The easy jerk. Oh, you do. From Sunday, America start the war Saturday. And when America get 9 different part-time bodies Saturday, America, Donald Trump, you publicly start call for ceasefire and for them lay down their weapon for Sunday. You reach out to Spain on Monday to negotiate a ceasefire with the Iranian them. When you reach out to Russia this week to negotiate a ceasefire, and you still come out here with the bullshit. I talk about unwilling to fight. On Sunday, within 24 hours, you can't beg for ceasefire. Also, my girlfriend is in Oman. Pamela, so my girlfriend is in Oman. Right now, the entire Middle American apparatus across the Middle East is diminished, and America is not talking about it. We'll soon tell you about how the petrodollar go tumble in all of this.
Had 47 years, depending on the way you count it, but 47 years of horror with this group. And, when you see somebody walking down the street without their legs, without the arms, whose face is so badly affected and hurt, it mostly came from 95% Soleimani and Iran.
That's a lie. That's a lie. The disfigured people you're talking about, you see walking around in America, are the victims of America's illegal wars since World War II. The veterans are whoever you see walk around in America with dismembered body or with the scars of war has nothing to do with Iran. It has everything to do with America's illegal war since World War II. That's why these people walking around in America like that. It has nothing to do with terrorism.
And we, other presidents, lived with it. I didn't live with it. And so our people are doing a great job. Again, the greatest military anyone's seen. Thank you. Yesterday, my administration announced decisive action to help keep down the oil prices, including offering political risk insurance for tankers transiting into the Gulf, as you know, pretty dangerous territory. Further,
This is just bullshit. This is just putting on band-aid and a gaping old wound. Bullshit.
Their action to
Insurers draw out, and Donald Trump I go provide on insurance, and him I go also go on a military escort through the zone where Iran control. These are the
reduce
bullshit.
pressure on oil is imminent, and the oil seems to have pretty much stabilized. We had it very low, but I had to take this little detour. If it's okay with everybody, Scott, it's okay with you. Scott's the one who has to put up with it. He said, "You have to do this now." I said, "I have to do it, Scott," right? But it's been very strong, and everybody, including Scott, everybody feels we had really no choice. They were gonna hit us if we didn't hit them.
That's a lie.
Because they're crazy. And in the long term, the actions we're taking will dramatically increase the stability of the region. And
you fucking idiot. You shit show master. The region, the region that props up the petrodollar is now in chaos. The region have bombs dropping all over it. Your bases in the region, your embassies in the region are all mashed up. And you talk about it gonna bring stability to the region? We must not allow these people to talk like that. But the American parents, the American military family, still sit down quietly and take to the street to pull down this thing. Because say Congress are going to capitulate to the Jewish lobby and fund this war.
Oil prices and stock markets and everything else. You know, we set the all-time record in history with the Dow going to 50,000. So Dow is at 50,000. It was supposed to be maybe, if we were lucky, within by the end of my presidency in 4 years. And we did it in my first year. We did the S&P 500. We did that in a period of less than a year. And that was even tougher than the Dow, they said, so it wasn't going to happen.
No. Let us look at the economic outlook. The longer the Strait of Hormuz is closed. Now, 20% of global oil come through that region. All of that region that cannot sell oil at the moment, they sell oil in American currency. So you know that prop up the American dollar. 80% of the food that region relies on comes through the channel from the Western world and the Eastern world as well, going to that region. All of that trade is done in American dollars. Now, can you understand, while Donald Trump fight this war, how Donald Trump also fight the American dollar? You understand the economic collapse with Donald Trump ushering. That's why I'm telling you, say, them have to bring down this current system to introduce the AI and the digital banknote system. The warrior now go done just so. The warrior now go done now. Prepare yourself for the long haul. Prepare yourself to move into a different order after this war is over, because we see where it's going. We just don't want to get caught off guard.
But we have a great country. We have a country that's never done this well. We've had tremendous success in so many different ways. I built the military and rebuilt it in my first term, and we're using it more than I'd like to use it, to be honest with you. But when we use it, we found out it certainly did work. When we look at Venezuela, when we look at the first attack, Midnight Hammer in Iran, which really set the stage for what we're doing right now.
Okay, so we know that it's nothing imminent. Them attack you out of them out, you know. We know that it wasn't anything imminent. We know that Iran didn't threaten, on a set the stage for the you just said last year on a set the stage for this year warrior. Hmm? So you get what you deserve and you get what you're bargaining for.
Been pretty amazing. And I'm once again calling on all members of the Iranian Revolutionary Guard, the military, and the police to lay down their arms. They're only going to be killed. And now is the time to stand up for the Iranian people and help take back your country. You're going to have a chance after all these years to take back your country. Accept immunity. We'll give you immunity. And we'll be giving you really the right side of history, because that's what it is. So you'll be perfectly safe with total immunity, or you'll face absolutely.
You will probably need immunity after the midterm election, John Crow. John Crow, you will probably need immunity after midterm election. And that may I tell you.
Guaranteed death, and I don't want to see that. They don't. And you've been doing a fantastic job on a place called Cuba.
You hear the dirty bastards. He said Marco Rubio is doing a great job on a place called Cuba.
And A-Rod came in before. I said, hey, do you want to come up to a little award? He's gone to plenty of award ceremonies. Thank you, A-Rod. Big fan. But what's happening with Cuba is amazing. And we think that we want to finish this one first, but that will be just a question of time before you and a lot of unbelievable people are going to be going back to Cuba. Hopefully not to stay.
It will be a matter of time before we invade Cuba. If you watch the cheering that you heard in the background just now, the State of the Union address that Donald Trump gave a couple weeks ago was the most divided State of the Union address in my living memory. The only time the Democrats joined in to cheer was when Donald Trump planned to carry out his onslaught on Iran. They all jumped in and they cheered. Look at what America faced now. And you see, they all cheered when Donald Trump told them Cuba is next. It's only a matter of time. We're going to get this job finished for Iran. Bog them down for 10 blood clot years. 10 years. Bog them down in this war for 10 years. Because that I go protect Cuba. And here we're calling on the Russians, the Chinese, the North Koreans, start sending your missiles to Cuba, even nuclear. We're calling on all international guerrilla fighters. Those of you who is dying to take a hit of America, start to assemble yourself in Cuba and be guerrilla trained and be trained in the Cuban terrain to take America on. Because our zone of peace will not escape the barrage of World War III. And when Trump finishes with the Middle East, as he says, he will turn to the Caribbean. So all of you guerrilla fighters around the world, you must start assembling yourself in Cuba. There is a war to fight. To the dirty sellout African countries, those of you who Cuba have bent over backwards for decades to help, Cuba assists you in freeing you from the shackles of colonization that gave some of you these fake dependencies, or it's dependency rather, more than the independency. There's not even codependency going on here. Barring Ghana, who sent aid to Cuba during Melissa when they were sending the Jamaica aid. You all are silent. South Africa. South Africa. South Africa. You stand by Palestine vehemently. What happens to Cuba? Cuba was on the battlefield with you the whole time. And we're not hearing anything from Africa when it comes to Cuba, especially the southern countries like Botswana, South Africa, Namibia, Malawi. Cuba helped you all. I just whether you want to fight apartheid. Cuba was on the battlefield with you the whole fucking time. Africa. Angola as well. Where are you all? If you own your oil wells, you could have said to the world, if Cuba don't get oil, we're not selling oil to anybody. But you all don't own your oil wells, is it? Don't think Africa is safe from this World War III armada. Don't think, because Africa is the standard for resources. This war is over land and resources. So don't think to say, we in Africa and the Caribbean, we have so much resources, will be immune from America's dying hit. It's coming. Prepare on yourself. That's why them are forced with it align with them, going nowhere. People of Jamaica, let us snap out. Let us snap ourselves out of the JLP and PNP politics. Bigger a come away. Wasara. One don't understand the economic. True, one see. True, something we're going to just set in easy, so. Win some. Think about this war going the length of Iraq and Afghanistan length a war. Look on Isle already. I'll take off in break. Island gas. Island gas take off them break and depend the move. The Middle East cannot survive for long when the Strait of Hormuz is closing up. Because their food supply soon run out. 80% of their food came through the strait from the other direction, from west going towards the Middle East. 80%. With that strait being closed off, how long you think them can withstand it for? If they can't do, if no business cannot go back and forth through that lane, what do you think that is doing to the American dollar? Where all of these food and petrol, all of these commerce and petrol is done in the American dollar. So when Donald Trump will get to fight the $1 billion war, where them use a $3 million missile to lick down a Iranian 20,000 US to 50,000 US drone. America cannot manage this war economically for long. Iran used 20,000 attack them. Them are trying to use millions to defend themselves. There's a whole lot of unbalancedness in this war. What people now talk about when it comes to do with the Americans. Yes, we know the Americans, them got firepower and them got reach. Some of the lie where you hear them and tell you, say, them control Iranian airspace. Nothing don't go so. They're staying outside the Iranian airspace and fire missiles into Iran. Them not going over Iran airspace. Don't believe them. But if you listen to the Americans and the Western media in this war, you don't think say Iran becomes a dust. The whole America defense system across the region mash up. Don't even talk about Israel. Them under fire. Them under fire, and me don't know how them are going to get a ceasefire, you know. Them are face worse than the 12 day. We don't reach 12 day yet, you know, Israel. And what happened to you in the 12-day war is worsened. So we don't know how this are going to end, if it are going to end in a nuclear war or it are going to end in a global economic collapse. Both are possible in this galangin. Either or either or both are possible, because the judgment meted out to America will embarrass them in a way where them go and behave just like when Japan embarrassed them and them have to do the mad measure. But we're going to Jamaica now. We're going to go to Dr. Daz and Tufton first in the Finance Standing Committee. Me not able to go through all of these people, but there's few bits and pieces that happens in the Finance Standing Committee yesterday.
Realize that there has been...
We may need to bring to attention. But the bigger part of why nothing, the procedures in our parliament not working is Juliet wholeness. And for me, the PNP said them don't agree, but they're not taking the measures that they can or should take to remove her. No, we continue like this for another 5 years, we won't understand anything we are going in our parliament, because your question have to suit Juliet ears before it get asked. No, that's her behavior on the chair. Now think about before she gets to the chair on a day-to-day basis. MPs will submit questions that they wish to ask when Parliament is in sitting. Juliet Holness decides which of those questions she's going to allow to be asked. And even when input the question through, you have to ask it in a fair way. There's no way we are going to get any proper understanding of anything in our country, or we can trash out anything in our parliament, because if it don't suit her, we're just not going to be able to talk about it. And this is my problem with the PNP. You still continue to support the government legislative agenda, but you don't support the speaker's behavior towards the opposition. How them two something they go together, Mark Golden?
Realize that there has been a termination of the program by attrition over the last few years, where contracts were not renewed and Cuban doctors and nurses who went back were never replaced. I don't know if it was understood that we would have reached this points, but have you done a gap analysis to say what are the needs right now? I think you have just under 300 doctors, nurses, biomedical engineers. I'm particularly concerned about the Cuban eye care program, which does more cataract surgery, I believe, than all public hospitals combined island-wide, and is the main source of eye care for Jamaicans who can't afford to go privately and pay the $500,000 for a cataract surgery. What are your plans for filling the gaps in the underserved areas, the community centers, the hospitals where no Jamaicans want to go for social reasons, and we fill them with Cubans? What is going to happen to staffing in those areas now?
Okay, so the first thing I want to say is that your opening statement is incorrect. The Cubans are still with us. We have over 280 approximately, and they're still at their post, still working, including the eye care program. So it's a little exaggeration to say that. We are coming from about just under 350, and the decline has started over the last maybe 6-8 months based on the expiration.
Let me say something that I think Tufton is saying here in relation to the new memorandum of understanding. You remember it was said last week that they have made new stipulations and they're waiting from the Cuban side. What I'm understanding from Tufton here is rather than doing the Cuban program as it was, it seems as if they would rather, the Cuban healthcare workers have independent contract with them rather than the Cuban government program. That is what I'm tending to understand, even though that's not what he is saying.
Of those work permits, based on the agreements we had originally for those persons, we have persons here who still have some time. I know what you're referencing. You're referencing the MOU with the Cuban government, which is a very different thing. And that has been the tradition to negotiate an MOU, which then leads to the engagement of the Cuban healthcare workers. That negotiation, as said in a release today, has been in discussions without an agreement for just under a year. The last point was that the counter proposal or proposal is with the Cuban government. They have not responded over a few months, and the government took the decision not to renew on that basis, having had a series of conversations. However, we have said
a series of conversations with who? Drunkro. What Dr. Tufton is not mentioning here, or is omitting from the Jamaica people here, that all of this hold up, delay, and shenanigans got to do with Marco Rubio's intervention. Dr. Tufton, we know that what is the problem. We knew, or we know that is how we got here, because of Marco Rubio and Donald Trump intervention. So don't come out here and skew the thing like we're going to allow you to skew the thing in a public and walk with just some thief.
That the health workers who are here have an opportunity, if they so desire, to engage in individual contracts. So this is not a termination of the desired relationship that we have. It's not a recognition of anything beyond what we have said publicly, that it has been a valuable relationship, and we appreciate it, and it has helped the Jamaican people. And the offer is on the table for the workers who are here to have individual contracts, and that has been said publicly. The conversation continues. I don't know what will happen over the next week or 2 weeks, but suffice to say, the fluid nature of the conversation would not allow you or I to say that the Cubans have gone, because they have not but there is a discussion taking place. Now, to the issue of the contingency.
Tufton seemed to want to drop the Cuban program and go into individual contract with the Cuban workers. Why do you want to change it to that when we have the contract with the Cuban government for years? Wouldn't that be Marco Rubio intervention? It not based on Uno Christopher Tufton. It's based on Marco Rubio.
Is even with the Cuban program, the truth is we have always had shortages because of migration and the expanded responsibility of the sick profile and limited training. So we have, over a number of years, been working to expand the cadre of workers from retention of those we have by improving some of the conditions of work. A lot of it's still a work in progress. You mentioned a number of the capital projects through compensation review, which gave a fairly substantial increase to a number of workers. And thirdly, through collaboration, through financing, through the Barwin Scholarship, where there are a number of persons studying in the system, with some graduating this year, can't give the figures, but some of these graduates are going to now be integrated into the system because the bonding arrangement of 3 years after the scholarship is in effect. And the Barwin Scholarship is a 5-year program, and we're now going into our 3rd year. And some of the persons who got scholarships were studying for less than a year, especially the specialists. So we can provide some further details on that, but that will also help. In addition to that, we have over 100 trainees in various areas of specialization in in-house training, and those will start coming on stream later on this year. I'm told about June or so, which is not too long from now. And then finally, we have sought to do some overseas recruitment.
We would like if it tell we how much that joyride costs Jamaica. The joyride will not bear enough fruit.
Have to be fulsome in the response. We're working on some overseas recruitment. Now, the overseas recruitment has taken several forms. We are waiting and possibly should be in a position to sign an MOU with Ghana. Ghana has an excess of healthcare workers. The Ghanaian foreign minister was here 3 weeks ago, I think. That was spoken about publicly. And he did comment that unemployment levels in Ghana is higher, 16% or so. They have healthcare workers who need jobs, including specialists, and they have a similar system to ours. And we have been able to work out an MOU to get some of those workers in. We have an MOU with Nigeria. We got a few Nigerians recently. I think it was about 6 or so, including educators. And we are working on agreements with Philippines and India, where I visited recently. And then finally, as I said earlier, we had an ad in the paper for recruiting randomly, but targeting the diaspora. We had 136 expressions of interest, some extremely qualified. The point I'm making, member, is that
Tufton, you're going like healthcare workers in the diaspora who left Jamaica to look for a better life is aspiring to poverty. You're going like the people aspire to poverty because only people who aspire to poverty come to Jamaica can work in the condition where you work in for the salary where you get. So it look like you ask people to come aspire. Our Nesta Morgan there. Listen to that fool, yeah. Why may I tell you? Oh God, the world are gonna mash up because the mad patient them take the asylum.
But last year with $8 billion.
The mad patient them take the asylum and I pretend to be nurses and doctors, psychiatrists and psychotherapists. You understand? You understand where this world is going? Everything is a joke. Listen to Nesta. think a Darrell one done.
At last year with $8 billion on the spark.
That's correct.
It was reduced to 5.7.
That's correct.
And this year, as the minister, senior minister said, we are going to move up. Your budget this year is 4.5.
So the
No,
reality
down.
of it is the reality of it is that when we realized in consultation with the Ministry of Finance, we would not have been able to spend all the money that we did. So the budget was reduced, and we are actually on target to spend what we have. We are starting several components this year, including the main road component, and we have had consultations with the Ministry of Finance that where the need arises for more resources to complete what has been started, as it is indeed a contract, the resources will be provided.
So you are moving from the parochial road to the main road?
We're adding the main roads. So the parochial roads will be doing parochial roads and main roads at the same time.
Okay, your spark is supposed to be completed in 2028?
Yes, but there's also a 1-year defects liability period. That is also a part of it.
And you're at 21% to what you're saying now.
Correct.
Or you're expecting in the next 2 years to complete up to 100%?
Yes, I am expecting it.
How?
How am I expecting it? Because what we're noticing is that as the contractor, because let me give you an example. There was a shortage of equipment. The contractor imported 100 pieces of equipment, which has significantly aided the contractor in starting more roads and completing roads quicker. So now that the contractor has actually become at pace and reach scale, he's able to finish more roads quicker than he was, let's say, 6 months ago.
Yeah, but at the same time, is that you could move much faster if we engage our local contractors as part of it.
Local contractors are a part of the program.
No, but the rates.
The government of Jamaica has a contract with the enterprise contractor, not with local contractors. So local contractors and the enterprise contractor will form their own private arrangements. The government of Jamaica cannot interfere in a contract between private parties.
But who prepared the contract?
What?
Who prepared the contract for the main contractors?
That contract is long prepared and gone.
Anytime the mother of the room hear something or a question, I think this is a hold on there. You're not done yet. I don't think you're done yet. Hold on.
At last year with $8 billion on its spark.
That's correct.
And it was reduced to 5 point.
Hold on, sorry.
What we're noticing is that as the contractor, because let me give you an example. There was a shortage of equipment. The contractor imported 100.
No, it's the same one. Sorry. Let us go to one more of Juliet. Sorry for favor, you see? Very sorry for favor. Oh, God. This is one more Juliet disruption. We Parliament can't survive like this. Nothing meaningful now happening in a Parliament, and that's why
Minister,
can't bother.
I noticed that.
That's why me can't bother to watch it, because our Juliet comfortable with, it's not what the nation. Yeah, so some of them video, yeah, when they put them over to TikTok, you know, affect the volume over there. But the one you should a bit higher.
Minister, I noticed that the Postal Corporation of Jamaica, you're projecting an increase in revenue of commercial services. I'm concerned and I'm asking, what has been the implication of the U.S. executive order to suspend duty-free diminished treatment for all countries? How has this impacted, or how will it impact the revenue, commercial services revenue of the corporation?
So, member, thank you for that question. But the post office has not indicated to us that they're seeing any severe impact or any impact from that policy.
Do you have a forecast?
Minister, that's a main income stream for the Postal Corporation. So I think it is important to know how this impacts it, in addition to the fact that many post offices were affected by Melissa. So your revenue income would your commercial services revenue would be impacted, but you are projecting to increase this in the upcoming year. Is there some other way to increase this?
Member, could you repeat your question? And if you could be a little bit more specific.
The question, Minister, is that quite a few post offices were affected by Melissa. As a matter of fact, most post offices are closed. How are you projecting to increase commercial services revenue for 26, 27? They were badly affected by Melissa and closed. How are you projecting to increase commercial services revenue in addition to the executive order by the US, where the Postal Corporation is revenue for packages under $800? That's a main income stream for the Postal Corporation. That would have been affected by the executive order of August 2025. But you're projecting an increase in commercial services revenue. What is it that the Postal Corporation will be doing to fill this revenue that you're projecting?
All right, so the projections there would come from the entity who best understand the business that they're in, the different streams of business, and what they will be able to do in the coming year to maintain and improve their revenues. As I
Lady
said
Kwan,
earlier on,
this
that
morning.
entity has not, through the budget process, brought to our attention any negative impact that it is seeing, and I'm sure if it was, it would be reflected in their ask of the
Favor,
Ministry
that's
of
a
Finance,
lie.
because to the extent that their revenues are negatively impacted, they would have to make it up someplace else. And generally, it's to the Ministry of Finance that they come, and we have not seen, we haven't gotten that information that they are suffering at all from that policy in the US.
She don't know what
In
she has to say
essence,
now?
Minister, you're saying that you're not equipped to answer the question then.
Okay, go past that. Do the rest of
So no. Let me respond. Because obviously the member does not yet have an appreciation or know of the budget process.
Move
Right?
your tongue
Does
out
not.
of God. Insulted, you feel insulted. I want you to insult your tongues like
She
idiot.
just does not know. I'm trying to explain to her.
We don't
I am
understand.
explaining to her
We don't
that
understand.
there is a budget call that goes out. The ministries and departments and agencies put together their own budget. They come to the Ministry of Finance for discussion and analysis of what they put together. Ministries that are having issues or they think that they would
Move,
need some help from the Ministry of Finance
idiot.
because of whatever the marketplace is throwing up at them. That is when we would get that information.
Baba Black Sheep, have you any wool? Yes, sir, 3 bags full. One for the master, one for the lady, one for the little. Baba Black Sheep. The question is, Baba Black Sheep, given the devastation to our post offices across the Western, maybe I have to talk is slow, you understand. Given the devastation to post offices across the Western region of the country, that will no doubt affect their revenue for a time to come, tied with the US executive order, which minimize the resources of the postal services. What is it that the postal services will be bringing on stream in their projection of raising more capital? That is the question, you dunce bullshit. Going round and around in circle with the Baba Black Sheep galangin. Because you come with a projection, dear dunce, of an increased revenue. Now, she is saying, dear dunce, how are you projecting an increase in revenue when there is two things happening at the same time, you flipping dunce? That is an encumbrance to your generating your capital, cash flow, whatever. No, lady, go on now. Lady, go on before we jump out on you this morning. Lady, go on. Jesus, look what Jamaica end up. You think America one end up in a precarious galangin? Hmm? You think America one end up with a barrage of duns? No, sir. America and Jamaica trade duns with duns.
John, to the extent that it did not show up during the budget process, it is safe to assume that the entity is not seeing anything that would negatively impact its revenue projections. So that's the answer. So
Well, let me tell you something. The agency is lying to you then. In that case, the agency is lying to you. And if you, as a finance minister, if you understand finances, oh God, poor thing. Help for the helpless, Lord, abide with me. Help for the helpless.
just because, just because,
Min-
just because you don't like the answer
Minister,
does not mean that I have not provided you with an answer.
This is the Palm Blondie's statement. This is the Palm Bondie's answer. You know, the blonde Bondi, the U.S. Attorney General. Not because you don't like the answer. Doesn't mean it's the Palm Bondi thing. Doesn't mean I haven't answered your question. You raging old dunce. Gas school and tap out a road. A play marble. Or in a man car seat or what. Can you not learn nothing, you know? You don't learn nothing because they give you on your techie, so we have to criticize you about it. Where did you go to school, bro? The Ivy League graduate. Hmm? The Ivy League graduate. Look at you now. Hmm? Can't even answer a simple question. You have an upward projection, but you don't have a downward forecast. Jankro. And you say you're a finance minister. You only can project upwards. You say you're done. Hmm? That means you don't have critical thinking. You can't look at the pros and look at the cons at the same time. You can't go look at the pros because you're all lying. You bunch of idiots. Hmm? You bunch of idiots because you're all lying. On a thing we're going to turn up out here and allow you to forget where with the hope of watery about lie. Because I see nobody turn up in there and ask you, Oh man, and where you get the nonsense here from where you talk? It's about time we talk talking with Parliament, like the people them in the rural village talk, and where you come up with them nonsense here from? And stop the kosher
Members,
galang.
do you have
Minister,
any additional questions?
I'd like to make a statement.
You no member, no statement necessary.
Minister,
No member, no statement necessary. Do you have any additional questions? Any additional questions?
yes,
Yes, go ahead. After which it is member Dawes and then member Jackson. No, not you yet, member Jackson. Dawes and then Jackson. Member,
you crossed up.
member, go to your next question, please.
Minister, while I can appreciate being a new member,
No statements. It is at your next question. No, your next question.
Suffering in the land.
Listen, member, when
Die,
you
die,
make
die,
comments to the
die,
minister,
die,
the minister is
die,
going to answer
die,
you as well.
die,
So
die,
if you
die.
can't take the heat, you have to stay out of the kitchen. But
Echo,
before
shut
I do the
up!
next
Hey!
no. You can't say anything.
If you can't take the heat, just stay out of the kitchen. Fire a burn round ya. Boy, look pound with Parliament. Well, husband, wife, I tell the crowd, say, if you can't take the heat, come out of the kitchen. Fire a burn round ya. What a kiss me ass this way in Jamaica. Hmm? A them you seen thing your name kiss me ass.
Own budget, they come to the Ministry of Finance for discussion and analysis of what they've put together. Ministries that are having issues or they think that they will need some.
The Prime Minister's slut, the Prime Minister's harlot is telling us, the people of Jamaica, you don't like it, Ronia. Step aside, Jankro. Do you understand? She's not talking to Miss Bennett. She's talking to the nation. Hmm? Hey, dirty slap that tie the PNP. And uno pass our giveaway. Because if uno dirty Jankro stand up and say, we will not support Andrew legislative agenda. Andrew can't get no legislation passed through Parliament. But Jankro, uno did they assist Andrew. But uno draw we in the abuse too. You understand? If I did so uno, if I did so uno, I take the abuse from Juliet, we could have sit down on the sideline and laugh. This is the nation's business, John Crows. John Crows. This is the nation's business. Not Juliet and Andrew Oldness whorehouse. Because you notice say over the last 10, 11 years, our parliament on a whorehouse, pig pen, and ghetto. Can't take the heat. Come out of the kitchen. Said the speaker of the house. Said the chair of the finance standing committee. In a few country. Hey! And uno say dictatorship no right. You can't take the heat. Come out of the kitchen. Fire a burn round ya. No, sir.
Help from the Ministry of Finance because of whatever the marketplace is throwing up at them. That is when we would get that information. To the extent that it did not show up during the budget process, it is safe to assume that the entity is not seeing anything that would negatively impact its revenue projection. So that's the answer. So just because just because just because you don't like the answer
Minister,
does not mean that I have not provided you with an answer.
So, Jankro, you can raise your voice when you quarrel. Jankro? Jankro, your mouth can't open when you quarrel. But when you read about with money, when you count the word them on the paper over with money, Jankro, your mouth can't open. Your mouth can't open for quarrel. The labor rights spirit. the drunkard spirit of the labor rights in our country. You bunch of capitalists and narcissists and dunce, corrupt fools.
Member, do you have any additional questions?
I'd like to make a statement.
No, member, no statement necessary.
Minister?
No, member, no statement necessary. Do you have any additional questions? Any additional questions?
Yes.
Yes, go ahead, after which it is Member Dawes and then Member Jackson. No, not you yet, Member Jackson. Dawes and then Jackson. Member, go to your next question, please.
Minister, while I can appreciate being a new member.
No statements. It is at your next question. No, your next question. Listen, member, when you make comments to the minister is going to answer you as well. So if you can't take the heat, you have to stay out of the kitchen.
But
we move to the next one. No. You can't say anything. You have to move to the next one. Yes, and you can't make any statements again. Member, do you have any more questions? You have any more questions?
Minister?
Member, you have any more questions, not statements?
Minister? Minister?
Member Miller Bennett, do you have any more questions?
Member, I will not go out of character to match yours.
Hey, kiss me blood clot. The bad word spirit of creeping, you know, me going up and going, you know. See if I say now come down to your level. Me have to talk it, I mean. I'm not coming down to your level. But me come go on, you know, because the bad word spirit of creep up. I mean, I want to behave like labor right this man. So I go on about my business. You know, see why I can't watch Parliament? Not talk the truth. You know, see why I cannot watch Parliament? Because it grieves my spirit. It make me cuss all heap of bad word. It make me go on like Virego. I cannot watch it. But me have to show under the fuck red ball. Lord Jesus. Whoa! Look who we get ourselves in. And we got the ballot September the 3rd to select a bunch of criminal gangsters and crooks and murderers and whores and all that thing. And we, you know, we, they say, oh, if we can't take the heat, they say, Jesus Christ. I wonder if he had any Jamaican like how he had me. Me not think he had him, no. Me not think any enraged about it. So me go about my business.
Because you don't like the answer,
Minister?
does not mean that I have not provided you with an answer.
Member, do you have any additional questions?
I'd like to make a statement.
No, member, no statement necessary.
Minister?
No, member, no statement necessary. Do you have any additional questions? Any additional questions?
Yes.
Yes, go ahead, after which it is Member Dawes and then Member Jackson. No, not you yet, Member Jackson. Dawes and then Jackson. Member, go to your next question, please.
Minister, while I can appreciate being a new member.
No statements. It is at your next question. No, your next question. Listen, member, when you make comments to the minister is going to answer you as well. So if you can't take the heat, you have to stay out of the kitchen.
But
we move to the next one. No. You can't say anything. You have to move to the next one.
What you like basically I said to Miss Bennett, you know, a tit for tat round here. I saw we labor right with tit for tat.
Yes, and she can't, and you can't make any statement again. If member, do you have any more questions? You have any more questions?
Minister,
Member, you have any more questions, not statement?
Minister, Minister,
Member Miller Bennett,
Ma-
do
ma-
you have any more
Madam Chair.
questions? Member.
Member, I will not go out of character to match yours.
Member Daly. Member Daly. Member Daly. Member Daly, please control yourself.
You better stop it.
Do you have any more questions? Please, members,
Minister.
allow the member to ask her question if she have another question. Member, your
Minister.
mic is on.
Jesus.
Member Miller Bennett. Member Miller Bennett. Member Miller Bennett, if you are taking instructions from other members in the House before you can move to your next question, if you have no other question, then you would have to let me know you have no other question so I can move to the next member. So I've been asking you, do you have another question? And if you can ask your next question. You notice I've been asking her?
Is Minister.
You do?
Turn it on. Turn on the mic. Turn on the mic, Eda.
Cold ground was my bed last night, and rock was my pillow too. This your talking blues you get out of hand, you know. This your talking blues, yeah. Jamaica people. Is this the one with Mr. Russell? Is this the one with Mr. Russell? Me one can't manage the problem, so me have to bring in a it too.
So, yeah, I was expecting a targeted approach in the.
The minister has responded.
I'll move to the next question, Chair. The point has been made.
Member Russell.
Yes.
Member Russell. The social programs that are budgeted, what the minister is saying, continue to be skewed in its implementation to always those who need it the most. So it is included in your estimates. And how do you budget? She will be back here when needed for first supplementary estimates if the reality is not the same as we initially projected. So discussion.
But Chair, that's what I'm asking.
Right,
like, what is the effect? So you then would project based on that, and you'd also have the policy measures in place, right? So it should not be left to chance, which if I take minister's response, it is left to chance. What I'm asking for is, have you projected, and as such, having done the projections, are you then going to be targeted in your policies to ensure that we get, because historically the rates have not come down as quickly as the national rates, right? Okay, let me move to the next question. The revenue measure related to duty concession on motor vehicles, Minister. Can you tell us the effect this is likely to have if you've done can you tell us the effect this is likely to have on for a concession of for a motor vehicle in the range of about $5 million, what is the likely benefit that will accrue to the individual who has applied for this concession with the new policy measure? Secondly, has there been any conversations with the unions, given that there is the view that this concession was part of negotiations in a, a negotiated agreement with the union. So those are the two final questions. Thank you.
All right, member, I am reliably informed again that this is not a union agreement. Does not form.
She come back with the same bullshit this year. I've been reliable informed. Last year, it was the same thing she tell me whenever she get asked a question. I've been reliable informed. And she come back with the same thing again. What do you know as the Minister of Finance, you fool?
Part, and in fact, when the former Minister of Finance was doing the wage restructuring, this particular benefit should have been rolled up into the wages, but for some reason it was should have been removed because of the wage restructuring that brought wages up to a higher level to market. So this should have been removed, but it was.
Honestly, this is waste of time. Globalist may come go about my business. This is waste of time. Because we still a while when she ready for cuss. When she ready for cuss a while, she couldn't open her mouth. And we say no. Our mouth just lock up pan with so. This is utter rubbish. Mr. Donald Trump, I tell US people say if you prepare for Iranian attack on US style. What did you expect? Did you not attack Iran in internet? You attack Iran at home and you attack Iran in international waters. What did you expect? You broke your serviceman hand right on Capitol Hill. What did you expect to happen? I'm surprised it hasn't started yet. I don't even want to go to a road. I don't even want to walk near nothing. Because I know it's just a matter of time before tush, 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 boof, 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 all about the Western world, yeah. So, I tell you that the warrior go end the world, you know. We don't keep an eye close upon this war. It is going to get out of hand day by day. It is going to spread its tentacles day by day. The economic debacle is coming closer and closer. We not buy up on no food and no little things them for store up yet. For tagger out the galangin. You know the reason why no government not say anything to no? Because they don't want to no for the panic buying in a state of nothing much going back and forth at the moment. But you shouldn't wait until the government instruct you. Me out here teaching a long time enough, so no should be equipped in the geopolitical nonsense by now if we not listen to me and understand to forecast this thing for yourself. It's out of hand. It's an all-out war. It is a war that have global consequences. Don't be caught off guard. That me I tell you no. And may I come go about my business now. Because we're not going anywhere. And we're not going to reach anywhere because the PNP are not doing their job. They are planning to go the next 5 years with that behavior from Juliet Holness. The PNP are prepared to continue for another 5 years with that behavior. So what me fi do? If not death or sickness, and the PNP them alone have the power to remove Juliet. I tell you they can. The PNP them a play with. They can remove Gillette. If they refuse to support the government legislative agenda, they don't even have to refuse to sit in a parliament. Just let the government know you will not get or vote to support any of your legislation until Miss Wholeness and this, until the speaker's chair is been exchanged. The PNP can do that. Ask on a PNP representative why on a constantly take the bullying fan Juliet and refuse to do anything about it. When refuse to play even the game when Andrew play with you know. Because when Andrew refused to sit in parliament with Portia until Portia sack Azan, it means that Portia couldn't get no legislation through because Portia didn't have the support of the opposition. Ask Mark Golden why am I play with. Ask Mark Golden what the classy thing is about. Ask Mark Golden what the uptown politics is about. Ask them why they are going to allow Juliet Holness to abuse the nation for another 5 years. Anyway, that's not my business. My business is to war with K-Star, right, you know. And we don't even know where him there, you know, because, you know, say, sausage can roll under bed, and if you try roll it out, it can end up under anything sausage can roll and end up under. So, me have a sausage for war with right, you know. Me can take for no hard bone shit that is Jamaica politician. Anyway, go on about your business. Next thing, you go hear them say, you're anti-Trump, and you're anti-West, and you're anti-Semitic, and you're what's it erratic, and all of the bullshit and slogan what they can try to paint you with when you now walk and tell the lion story what they want you to tell. So me I go on about my business because me notice that uno Jamaica people not ready for this yet. Uno not ready for this yet. Real fresh, please do refresh to excellent. Please don't call that youth the name over here. Please, I beg. Uno Jamaica people, uno not ready for this yet. Uno still a wait for something just stick to catch up on uno. All like a we will get tumble over where there. All like a we will get tumble over where there. We have our own recession coming because of Melissa. And with this global armada, we're creep up on everybody. Jamaica people are not ready for this yet because it's still about JLP and PNP politics. We're not even cut it in a Jamaica right now because the only time JLP and PNP politics cut it in a Jamaica is during an election time. Global politics is turning over by the second as we speak. And that global politics have consequences for all of us. Here Donald Trump tell me last night, say, when him done him job in Iraq, he might come in a few backyard. So we have a refugee crisis and bomb crisis. The world I get busy, The world I get busy. So if you don't want to sit down and go on, like I say, adjust the part there, the world busy. Round yourself, all right. Jamaica people, you see that laid back, all right, spirit what we have? You see that laid back, all right, spirit what we claim so we have? Snap out of it. Snap out of it and get in tune with reality. All when the veil is lifted for the rest of the world, Jamaica still have the veil cover over for them eye because everybody think America still big and powerful. America making big thing them to frighten people. American military is about image. The American military is about might and image. It's not about flexibility. And at that Iran I use and out to them now. Flexibility. The American military is about posture. Oi, look at me. I am the big bad bully road here. Which of uno contest me? Iran do it right now. And then prepare not to stop. Donald Trump will walk and a beg for ceasefire. Anyway, go on about your business, them say. Globalists, thank you all for being here this morning. The fight for justice in this world continues. Don't forget, this fight is not about love nor peace. Benjamin Netanyahu and Donald Trump, whenever them a fight these war, then tell you say them a fight if you bring with peace and safety. Then tell you say them a fight war for bring you peace and safety. And all we see out of it is more destruction, devastation, and insecurity. We can't let them declare war in our name and fight wars on our behalf. A war make we unsafe. We remember after the Afghanistan and the Iraq war, how we have to walk and mind where we look. We can't go upon bus. How much we can't go upon underground anymore. We can't go upon train because that are some of the high target areas. We remember the London underground attacks. We remember the London bus attacks. We remember the attacks on our bridges. We remember the Brixton attacks. Though the Brixton attack did more to do with the Ireland galanging when Northern Ireland and Britain they are war. But are we the innocent people always end up on the bloody end on a weapon? Uno high and mighty drunk will fight war, barring the Ayatollah. Are only innocent people were not involved in a war, always depend the receiving end. So let us continue to raise our voice against the injustice. Let's continue to fight for justice, because we'll never have peace and love in this world until there's justice. Now let them tell you about peace, not no go so. There's nothing called peace without justice. And whenever time them go kill people, them use the word peace, pull over our eye. It's a lie. We know it's a lie, and we're going to continue telling them. So no one shadow ban we, no one arrest we, no one assassinate we. Go ahead. Go ahead. Will not be silenced and will not comply. Thank you. Good morning and good afternoon from Global TV.
Too long in our little ghetto, run keep going on, let's process. For children of Israel do really love rights. So just a and I as a watching man around Babylonian walls. Oh, children of Israel, I should never hold thy peace. What wrong is going on? Hey, oh, night. We gonna bust down Babylon walls. Prepare every the way. Prepare every the way for your people. Let's go. Fight down war cry. Fight down war. Say Rastafari. War and cry. And do that righteousness. Hey, we love Jah. And we love Jah. Jah Rastafari. And we love Jah. Jah Rastafari. Save all people. Hey, we love Jah. We love Jah. Jah Rastafari. We love Jah. Jah Rastafari. Save all people. Put time away again. Listen. Yeah. Just as I and I as a watching man, I run Babylonian walls. Oh, children of Israel. I should never hold thy peace while we penalize. Hey, oh, night. We gonna bust down Babylon gates. Prepare the way. Prepare the way for Rastafari. Fight down, war and fight. Fight down, war and fight. Rastafari, war and fight. And build up righteousness. And we love Jah. And we love Jah. And we love Jah. Rastafari, preserve all. And we love Jah. Me love Jah. Me love Jah. Rastafari, preserve all. Me love Jah. Rastafari.
If you don't like missing out on the latest shows but still enjoy classic hits, then Global TV Group 358 is your perfect match. Global TV Group 358 isn't just another channel, it's your ultimate TV experience. From breaking news to binge-worthy dramas and timeless classics, we've got it all. Our unique blend of original content and global favorites means there's something for everyone. And guess what? With GTVG's seamless streaming, you can watch anywhere, anytime. Plus, our interactive features let you be part of the action. So, whether you're a seasoned binge watcher or a casual viewer, Global TV Group 358 is here to keep you entertained day and night. Don't just watch TV, experience it with Global TV Group 358. Subscribe now and never miss a moment.